Okay. Video recording, excuse me, of the Theory podcast. And what I wanted to do was open up the box for the Ordo Hereticus box and show you some of the stuff that's in here. And of course, some of the ideas and possibilities that I'm working on as far as getting this checked out. So, what I did want to start, we open the box up, and of course, the first thing we get is all the instructions to build. It does come with the Inquisitor Greyfax, which is an interesting model. It's one that I've actually wanted since it came out, just because I like the Witch Hunter theme of the miniature. The next thing that we do have here is it's just the instructions for the Battle Sister Squad. And of course, this Battle Sister Squad, the box set itself, can be built into either the Battle Sisters, the Celestians, or the Dominions. I believe the Imperial Agents only have the regular Battle Sister Squad, but a couple of months ago I actually won another Battle Sister Squad box set, and we'll figure out what we're going to do with one of them. I think we'll make one a normal Battle Sister Squad, and one of them we'll make as either the Celestians or the Dominion. I'll have to look at the stats for them. Or maybe we can magnetize it and we can do both. That would be pretty interesting. We'll see when we get to that point. The next thing that we do have is the Exaction Squad. And again, this is another one. It can be built into a couple different options. And that's the RBD's Vigilant, the Subductors, or what's this Gunner? There's a different name for it. That is, hold on, let me see if I can check here. But that would be the Castigator. That's the one I was looking for. So that gives us three different options. I guess maybe the Vigilant, Subductor, or the Kill Team. That would make more sense. So that does make the Kill Team. So if you want to play Kill Team and you want to play these, that's a good way to get it. And then, of course, the Inquisitorial Agents, the instructions, and there's quite a number of different options on here. So you do have the Interrogator, the Enlightener, which I do like the fact that the Enlightener has two swords, because that would pretty much enlighten me. The Quest Keeper, he has the Executioner, the big chainsword. And then there's a Pistolier, a Mystic, a Hexorcist, which of course an Exorcist has a shotgun. I do like that. Nothing like exorcising your demons by killing them. And then your Deathworld Veteran and your Penal Legionnaire. And of course, last but not least, is the Servitor. That's your heavy weapon guy. And that does look like he's got a couple different options of weapons. Bolter, maybe a plasma gun. I'm not quite sure. It does have the little flicker like it's a flamethrower, but not sure. And then Multi-Melta. And then, of course, you do get a Tome Skull, which I'm assuming is some kind of token for an ability they have. And then, of course, the last thing is the Immolator. That is pretty good. So that's just your instructions. I did notice that there's no instruction for the priest itself. And what I did want to mention is I did open this beforehand, and I actually got two of the Inquisitor Greyfax models and not the priest. So I did have to take it back. The game store was fantastic with making sure that we got the right things on here. So I do get the Minister and Priest. He is a snap fit model. So you can see the pins. If you're listening on audio, you can't see the pins, but I'm telling you they're there. We got a bag of bases for all our miniatures. And then, of course, Inquisitor Greyfax. And I should probably put that where you can see it instead of off the screen. Again, first time doing video for this kind of thing, so bear with me. So we did get, she does have that cool bolter crossbow weapon that makes her very cool as a witch hunter in the 41st millennia. So I'm a big fan of that. Also, she does not run very far in her high heels tower armor. After that, we do go into the actual Battle Sister squad. And try and put the whole thing up here so you can see it. And put my base behind it. There's a couple of things that I did want to point out. There's a heavy bolter over here. There is all your body parts, and of course there's wings here for your cherub and your cherub body, because space baby angels. So, but it is something that makes them unique. I do like that there's not just a power sword and a chain sword. There's also a sheath power sword, and there's also another crossbow bridge for one of your bolters. There's plenty of flamers, bolters, so there's plenty of stuff there. I'm guessing this one here probably goes to the crossbow. It's a little smaller than the rest of them. Their backpacks are a bit smaller than the Space Marine ones, not just in size, but in total capacity. And then, of course, you do get 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18 heads on this crew alone for your 10 Battle Sisters. So you can definitely use those for other items. And then you get the other sprue for that, for the Battle Sisters, and there's 2 different banner tops, standard tops. So there's this cage style one, and then of course there's the I don't know what the heck that would be called. You know, things at the church with the little statuaries in them. Forgive me if I don't know, but there's flamers and melta-guns, so all the things that you need to really deck out your squad. And of course, if you notice here, there's another head here, another one here, 2 more here. So they certainly give you enough head choices for your Battle Sister squad. And like I said, I'm sure some of them are for the Dominions. I think those are the ones with the big heavy helmets, like the face shield over them. And I think the Celestians have the regular Battle Sister haircut without the helmet. But we'll work on that as we go. Just know there's a lot of heads in this. So you could do all your Battle Sisters with the helmeted heads if you didn't want to do the hair. We'll see when we get to that point. Next off is the Inquisitorial Agents. Of course, here you do have the Servitor, which the Servitor has gotten a lot bigger. He's grown up in his years. Just they used to be dinky little guys, and now they're much tougher looking, much bulkier. And then you do have these trench coat style bodies, which of course I would make excellent Necromunda bodies. It's something that you could toy around with. And of course, I really like this veteran weapon. It's like a polearm with a machete at the end of it. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. And then some of your other staffs, your Inquisitor staff or your Inquisition staff, plasma pistol, las pistol. There's another, just a knife, sword, just like a combat blade. So there's plenty of stuff on there to play around with. section here. Oh, there it is. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's actually what I was saying. So the next thing that we do have, this is the exaction squad, or what makes the kill team. And that would probably make more sense because there's like a sniper rifle here, a mace or a maul sitting down here, a couple of them, some rope here, shotguns of different types. I don't know if this is supposed to be just scenery for the bases. It's like a Gothic arch there, like a window arch. And we'll figure that out. I do like their armor. Their armor is a lot more like the Scions. And then all the different options with that. So that looks pretty cool. And then, of course, you get into here. And, of course, there is the Cyber Mastiff. I love the Cyber Mastiff. You get all the shields. And all the shields do look like the Ogryn shields. So they definitely tied those together so that they look like a cohesive unit. Of course, you get the pauldron, the shoulder pads there. And of course, I like these. They actually have nightsticks and manacles attached to the belts. That's a very nice touch that kind of draws the miniature together. There's even a guy with a nightstick in his hand. So I'm pretty impressed. I'm going to have to figure out which ones. I really like the idea of the subductors, but shotguns are cool too, you know? So the last thing that's in here, we do have the clear piece for the immolator, the stained glass part, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. If I'm going to try and paint that like stained glass, that would be pretty cool. I do have some alcohol inks that I can play around with and see if I can get that painted up. So that would be really cool if I can make some stained glass architecture on that, and then just see if I can even do the leaded paint on all the higher areas. I think that would look really awesome. So it's a very cool add-on that they put in there. So I'm going to go on to the immolator itself, and of course I didn't realize that the Battle Sister rhinos actually had the engravings built right onto them. I think the last time that I touched a rhino chassis for a Battle Sister, they were still the old style, and you just glued the pieces on, or water slides. Either way, I do like the fact that they are set up like this, and it's just going to be a single unit build. I do like they have the flames for all the little exhausts ends, because what would a Battle Sister tank be without fire? And then, of course, the last screw that I have here is the one with the DJ that fires the heavy flamers, immolator guns. And you do get all the cool fence works and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to building all this. I know that it's been an extra week, but I wanted to get everything set and in place, and I've been fighting with technical difficulties the whole time. But I am going to try and let me rephrase. I'm going to be on a more vigilant schedule after this, and we're going to keep moving forward and getting everything in order. And I do have a couple episodes in line. I did get the Pariah Nexus book, so I still want to go over that and explain some of the battles and the rules and stuff like that. I'm not going to go over too much with the actual missions because, let's face it, it's been out there for a little bit, and a lot of people are playing it. From what I understand, everybody's been pretty excited about the balance for the Pariah Nexus missions over the Tyrannic War missions, and that's always better for the game. So, other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape. I do have another episode on list building that I want to play around with, but of course, like, my idea of list building and other people's idea of list building are very different. But I did want to go over my aspect of it and the way I build lists and try to make things work out. And of course, we're going to try and get some games in here, and I want to go over and review some of those games, and then we'll go from there. So that's about it. For anybody that is listening, we want to thank you for listening to the Table Ready podcast. If you're watching on YouTube and you don't necessarily want to watch it, you can listen to us on the podcast, and vice versa. If you feel like looking at my face and while I explain this stuff, or YouTube's more accessible than podcasts, head over to YouTube. We are Table Ready Painting on YouTube, and we'll put a link in the show notes, and we'll go from there. So we want to thank everybody for coming, and we hope this helps you get your models up and table ready as soon as possible. So thanks for coming. Have a great day.